back to the Unite Show with Maher and Ali. We hope you've had an excellent and relaxing Thanksgiving break and are excited to see our beautiful faces gracing your screens once again this Tuesday morning.
It's been a while since we've done one of these, hasn't it?
Yeah, a lot has happened since the Halloween episode. I mean, we have a new president-elect.
No Shave November has come and gone.
We've been fired by Simon.
We were rehired by Dr. Radnitzer.
Yeah, a lot has happened, hasn't it? It's been an eventful month.
Yeah. I decided to keep my beard even after No Shave November because I think I look pretty decent, if I do say so myself.
Okay, Maher, whatever you say. But while you do that, Fermiana will be talking to Dr. Majerus about this year's end-of-semester plans.
You should get a beard too, Allie.
No thanks.
We are not going to have an alternative schedule like we've done in the past, and some of you already know what that is. But we were going to have a final schedule during the last 2 days of the semester, which would be December 17th and 18th. It would be the regular school day, periods 1 to 4 one day and periods 5 to 8 the next. And if there's any assessments or tests that are done, they'll be done within that hour. If there's any time that the teacher needs outside that, you will hear from the teacher essentially. But we're not changing anything schedule-wise for that last week of school. And also along those same lines, December 2nd, 9th, and 16th, which are all Wednesdays, we will continue to have our homerooms and our advisory groups during those times. So we're just going to try to finish the year strong. It's been a difficult year, we know, in many ways for all of us, staff included, teachers included, administration included, and I'm sure students and parents included. So we just want to finish these last 3 weeks. It's hard to believe we're in our last 3 weeks here before the semester ends. And we just want to all finish strong, finish the year. And the winter party, as some of you have experienced that, we are still in the planning stages of that. We would like to do something like that remotely. But we are we're still in the planning stages. We're put our hats back on after a Thanksgiving break and try to iron out the details for a party at the end of that last week of school. And then the other thing is we, just like everyone else, are trying to follow the guidelines and expectations that's put on by us, by both the university and the community at large in terms of safety protocols for all our students and staff. So we are looking at ways to see if we could get students back here in small groups. We don't know if that's going to happen for this last semester here, but we are also going to be looking forward to next semester too. So there's a lot of unknowns still, and we just want to keep everyone safe in a time like this.
Thank you, Dr. Radnitzer, for speaking with us and subbing in for Dr. Majerus. Dr. Majerus, we hope you and Mr. Mitchell are doing well. Up next, our reporter Caitlin will be talking to some of Uni's thespians about their upcoming theater.
I got to talk with some cast members of Uni's upcoming audio production. I'll let them introduce themselves and explain what the plays are about.
Hi, I'm Doran Chow-Exler, and I played Sherlock Holmes in the Boscombe Valley Mystery, and I played Mr. Breckenridge and Mr. Peterson in The Adventure of the Blue Carbuncle.
Hi, my name's Noelle. I'm a junior. I played Sherlock Holmes and Miss Mary Sutherland in 2 different Sherlock Holmes audio plays.
Hi, I'm Bianca, a senior, the thespian secretary, and I'm playing John Watson in A Scandal in Bohemia. We're doing 5 different Sherlock Holmes stories, so we have different casts for each of them.
Yeah, so the plays were about Sherlock Holmes and his friend Dr. Watson. They hear about different mysteries that people bring to them or that they read about in the news, etc. And they just go around looking for contacts, trying to solve them, looking for clues. Pretty good detective stuff.
I asked them how doing theater online was and what the school should look forward to in the plays.
Doing theater online was definitely really different because you lose out on the face to face interaction, you lose out on being able to see people move, and it's challenging because you have to put every aspect of your character into your voice.
There's still definitely this like you have to get into character and try to like voice your character as best as possible. And so Fing was really telling us like just try to figure out what is your character, what does your character sound like. There's just like so much emphasis on like how you say things because that's obviously the only thing that like comes out. It's definitely really different like the amount of connection that you get with the other people. But I think that we still like were able to connect in a way.
I mean, it is hard, like, not being able to see people in person because that's a lot of how we do our acting is like going off body language and cues and stuff. But it was nice to do something interesting like an audiobook for a change because I've never done something like that before. I think they should look forward to a pretty talented crop of actors. Really exciting, just the whole audiobook experience. I mean, you'll get illustrations, music. It should be it won't be the exact same as like a traditional production, but I think it should be great for what it is.
I think one thing that's really, really amazing with these shows is the artwork. Along with that, I think that everyone worked really hard at trying to make like these interesting different characters with their voices. And so hopefully you'll get to see some of that like characterization through the audio tracks.
I also think people should look forward to kind of the Foley work. Is that what it's called? And the big like experience of it all. Because I know people were working on creating sound effects. I haven't actually been able to hear those yet, but I think that's something people should look forward to.
Allie, you know what? I always thought I'd be a good, actor. You know why?
What makes you say that?
Because I have to pretend to like you every time we do the show.
Wow. Excellent.
That was a good one.
So good, so good. Anyways, up next will be Kaylee talking to Dr. O'Brien about Uni High's New Green project.
Hey, so tell us about the Uni Green project.
So Dr. Majuris proposed this Uni Green project as a program that's sort of comparable to the effort last year to get plants in every uni classroom. So this year, as winter is approaching, we really want to allow all uni students who want to participate to have a plant in their home.
Okay, and how is this going to work?
So we're going to have some students going around to the various homerooms to officially announce the program the week after Thanksgiving on December 2nd. And they'll be sharing a link where students who want to participate can either request plants or volunteer to share plants. I know I really like seed starting, so I grew some marigolds in my garden this summer and they produced seeds. And so I've started some little marigolds to share with uni students. So those will be ready for students to adopt in December at some point. Students can either pick them up from school on particular days, or we can coordinate porch drops over email.
Oh, those marigolds look pretty good. And so overall, what are all the ways that students can get involved?
So anyone who wants to participate can adopt a plant however they choose. So they can adopt a plant through Uni's plant sharing system. People can also go out and buy a plant, or you may already have a plant in your house. So just having a plant in your house is the easiest way to participate. If you want to be more involved, you can send me an email or reach out to the students or faculty who visit your homeroom next week, or on December 2nd rather, to let them know that you'd like to be involved in coordinating in some way. Once we have plants in most uni homes, we'll also be asking students to bring their plants with them to class, or to feature their plant as a background on Zoom, or share photos of your plants over social media.
Well, that sounds really cool. I have one last question for you. What is the drive to get plants in students' houses? Like, what is so cool about plants?
So research has shown that owning plants or having house plants is beneficial for your mental health. It helps reduce stress. And 2020 has been a really stressful year, as we all know. So the primary reason that we really want to make sure uni students are connected to plants is that we're hoping that this will help reduce some stress. It'll give students something to care for, to pay attention to. And it's just nice to have them around.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and so that's basically it.
Great.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Keely.
Thank you, Dr. O'Brien. Make sure to keep an eye out for homeroom visits tomorrow so that you can participate in the project and adopt a plant yourself.
Up next, Colin will be talking to a familiar face for our juniors and seniors, Mr. Buck, who is back to teach a new math class next semester.
Hi, I'm Colin, and I'm here with Mr. Buck. So I'll start off by saying welcome back, and then can you talk to me about the class you're offering?
So the class is called Discrete Mathematics. It's an elective. In the math department, we just want to try something new because we've had pretty much the same math classes since we changed the curriculum and had the Math 1, Math 2, Math 3. So this class, it involves a lot of different types of mathematics. There's going to be, we'll start off with how to write proofs. I know that typically uni students write proofs on a regular basis in our math classes, but I want to do something more in depth. And then we would cover combinatorics. There's certain topics within combinatorics. And then we could do some number theory. And then if time permits, we would get into some cryptography. And these are not things that are typically taught at a high school level at most high schools. So this would be like something completely different and just something that we want to try out at uni.
And so what are the prerequisites for the class and how would people sign up?
Okay, prereqs for now, we're going to say Math 3 for juniors, seniors. There is talk about letting other students sign up, but nothing's for certain yet. So for the time being, it is only for juniors, seniors. As far as signing up is concerned, I'm pretty new to all of this because I just got back.
Hey, Allie, how was your weekend?
Mine was pretty good. I ate a ton of Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, that's great.
Why? How was yours? What'd you do?
I also ate a ton of Thanksgiving food. I worked on my college application, but
Of course.
this is kind of embarrassing, don't tell anyone, but I did yoga after Thanksgiving, just to loosen my limbs. And I got stuck in the pretzel formation, like stuck, like I couldn't get out. And
like stuck.
And they had to call the fire department to unleash me.
Okay, everyone. That's one example of a failed pretzel. But if you're interested in some good pretzels and want to compete for the coveted pretzel trophy, stay tuned because our reporter Amalia will be talking to Frau Robbins about German Club's Great Uni Pretzel Off.
Hallo alle zusammen, ich bin Frau Robbins and I have the pleasure of introducing to you today the Great Uni Pretzel Off. But before I give you the details, have you ever wondered why a pretzel looks like a pretzel? I mean, that's kind of a crazy shape, right? Well, let's look to a pretzel's etymology for clues. Pretzel, first used in 1836, is a small, crisp biscuit in the form of a knot, salted on the outside, from German pretzel, also brezel, from Middle High German pretzel, from Old High German bretzitella, from Medieval Latin brachitella, presumably a kind of biscuit baked in the shape of folded arms, diminutive of Latin brachiatus, with branches, with arms, from brachiatum, an arm or a forearm, from Greek brachion. Talked a lot about arms there, didn't we? Actually, these arms are supposed to be arms in prayer. This was a Lenten treat that was given to children by monks in the medieval time period. And now pretzels are a part of everyday life in Germany and our lives here in Uni too. Try your luck in creating your own pretzels at the Great Uni Pretzel Off. When? The date, December 3rd, 2020. Time, 12:35 to 1:15. Where? In the Zoom room listed in the newsletter. And who's invited? Anyone who wants to participate. We're going to have a chill time, making pretzel dough together and listening to some German music. Recipe, the link is also in the newsletter. Make sure that you have yeast. Okay. And most importantly, your incentive, fame, glory, and the much coveted pretzel trophy.
Thank you, Frau Robbins. Up next, our reporter Ethan will be talking to Sprabitat about the Winter Paw Olympics.
That's awesome. I love cats. Well, actually, I'm a little allergic. And one time when I was a kid, a stray cat kind of scratched my face on the street. But that's okay. We still love them anyways.
When you were a kid?
No, it was like an hour ago.
Hey everybody, so if you didn't know already, Uni's Spring and Habitat Club, we are hosting Uni's Winter Paw Olympics. Basically, this is a pet show where we want everybody who has a pet to submit 15-second videos of their pets in a holiday costume or doing a trick or both. So basically, go ahead and you can find the link to submit the videos in the Uni High newsletter. And we want those videos by this Wednesday, December 2nd. And basically, this will all culminate into a really fun holiday video where we will have teacher judges and student judges reacting to your pets, and the winner will get a prize. So if you have a pet, please participate. Thank you.
Thanks, Sprabitat. Due to the spread of COVID-19, all basketball practices have to be halted indefinitely. Here is Zoya with more.
The Uni High girls and boys basketball season began on November 16th but was paused on November 20th following an order from Governor J.B. Pritzker. I spoke with junior Akash Vasarity about his opinions regarding the situation and if he has any advice to give to fellow athletes.
For how I'm feeling about practices being canceled, I wasn't super surprised, but obviously it's still disappointing for myself and my teammates, especially since we only came together for 4 days just to stop again, and we were all really looking forward to it. To the other basketball players and student athletes, I would say just keep working while we got this period off and try and make the most of it because we can still improve a lot individually. And also keep hope that something good happens in the next few months because there's still potential for us to resume our season.
Members of the girls' basketball team feel frustrated yet not surprised over the suspension of athletic practices during this period of time. Advice some members of the girls' basketball team would give to their fellow teammates would be to take this pause in practices as a time to further improve your skills for when we can finally get back on the court.
I had that on video.
Hey, Allie, we're talking to a retired teacher soon. It's a surprise, but do you know who he is?
No, who?
Do you want a hint? He loves Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, Mr. Rayburn. He could always pull off a Hawaiian shirt pretty well. And I've been inspired to do the same. I think I could pull them off.
You can?
Yes, of course. I literally have a whole closet full of tropical clothing ready for as soon as COVID ends and I can go outside again.
Hopefully, I'll never have to see that.
Think positively. I think you want to see that.
How have you been basically since you've retired from uni? What have you been doing? Anything interesting or?
I've been okay since I retired. Right after I retired, we sold our house and moved down here to Kentucky. So we've got 6 acres of woods. We've got a boat dock and a boat. We live on the lake. So, I've just been doing lately I've been raking a lot of leaves, a lot of
Okay, yeah.
leaves. But otherwise things have been good
Yeah.
until the pandemic, like everyone else. And so we stay put. We order our groceries. My 93-year-old mother lives with us, so we're trying um, not to expose her to anything.
Yeah.
So what little we were doing outside of home, we've kind of shut down. But otherwise, I mean, life is pretty good. One
Yeah.
visitor, I will say, Mr. Stone. Speaking of retired people,
Hmm.
Mr. Stone and his wife stopped here overnight on their way
Oh,
to pick up a new camper in Georgia. We
wow.
have the way our house is set up. We have a downstairs with an outside entrance, so people can come in and stay down there, and we can keep a social distance. And then we would meet up on the porch here, where we could also keep a social distance and be outside. So I had a nice visit with Mr. Stone.
Yeah.
I miss Mr. Stone.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I miss you guys too, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, we miss you too. We miss you too, of course. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Well, thanks for asking.
Everyone will be very happy that to see a familiar face.
Do tell them that I'm drinking my tea out of the silently correcting your grammar mug
Yeah.
that the then freshman gave me when I retired. So
Oh, that's very nice.
We hope you enjoyed everything that we had to offer in today's episode of the Unite Show.
Remember to submit your photos to the Uni Yearbook Dropbox. A link can be found in the description box below.
Head over to the Uni High Yearbook Instagram, unihigh.yearbook, for some fun content you can find here, like sibling tag and fun rap parodies.
Enjoy the first day of the new month, and good luck as you finish out the rest of the semester.
Here to unite the community, this is the Unite Show with Maher and Ali.
Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching.